lesson, we're going to learn about adding with regrouping. The first step is going to be to draw a place value chart. Remember, we always draw our place value chart beginning with the ones place, going all the way through the thousands place. The second step is going to be to draw a model of your first addend. In the example, 1,284 plus 351, the first addend is going to be 1,284. We draw that in the chart using a square with a smaller square inside in the thousands place, 2 squares in the hundreds place, 8 sticks in the tens place, and 4 dots in the ones place. The third step is to include the correct operation sign in the left side of the chart. In this case, the operation is addition. The fourth step is to write the standard form of the second addend in the chart. In our example, 1,284 plus 351. 351 is the second addend. We add it into our place value chart by placing a 3 in the hundreds place, a 5 in the tens place, and a 1 in the ones place. The fifth step is to draw the equal sign as a long bar underneath the expression. The sixth step is beginning with the ones place, count the first addend and the second addend. Make sure you count using the appropriate value. Same when you are adding. We're going to begin with our ones place. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1 would be 5 ones. So in step 7, we're going to draw 5 dots to represent the 5 ones. Step 8, we're going to repeat steps 6 and 7 with the tens place. In my tens place, I have 8 sticks, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. And I'm adding 5 more tens, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130. So I'm going to draw 13 sticks equaling 130. Notice, each place value can only hold a number that falls into that value. When a number is larger than the place value, it must be regrouped into the right place. When adding the tens, once 100 is reached, we bundle the group and move it to the hundreds place. So when I look at my model that I've drawn, I need to skip count my sticks until I reach 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I'm going to group those by drawing a circle around them because they need to be moved to the hundreds place. I place my new regrouped 100 in the top of my chart beside the H that we use as a label for the hundreds place. Notice I have 3 sticks or 3 tens still remaining in the tens place. In step 10, I'm going to repeat step 6 and 7 with the hundreds place. When I'm adding, I'm not going to forget to include any regroupings. When I look at my hundreds place, I notice I have 100 that I regrouped, plus 2 more hundreds, 100, 200, 300, plus 3 more hundreds, 400, 500, 600. And I'm going to draw them in model form underneath the equal sign in my chart. Always check to make sure you only have sums that fit into the place value and that regrouping is not necessary. My answer was 600s. I'm still in the hundreds place, so I don't have anything to regroup. Step 11, I'm going to repeat step 6 and 7 with the thousands place. I'm going to make sure to add any regroupings that I had. When I look at the thousands place, I had no regroupings. So I have 1,000 plus no more thousands. So my answer would be 1,000. I draw a square with a square on the inside to represent it. In step 12, I'm going to count each model in the chart and write the sum in standard form. For my ones place, I notice that I have 5 dots or 5 ones. In the tens place, I have 3 remaining sticks or tens. In the hundreds place, I have 6 squares or 6 hundreds. And in the thousands place, I have 1 square with 1 square on the inside. Remember not to count any bundles that were regrouped. You only count what is remaining. My answer is 1,635. Always make sure to circle your answer. Now you try 2,017 plus 1,356. Press pause. You may now go back and pause any part of the video where you need extra help, or you can rewatch the whole video up until this point. Press play when you have found the sum and you're ready to check your answer. Let's see how you did. In the problem 2017 plus 1,356, I begin by drawing my first add-in. 2 squares with smaller squares in the middle in the thousands place. There were no hundreds in my first add-in, 1 stick for 110, and 7 dots for 7 ones, plus 1 in the thousands, 3 in the hundreds, 5 in the tens, 6 in the ones. I begin by adding my ones column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 6 more ones, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I noticed when I drew my model that I had more in the place value than I could have. I counted 10 to regroup. I circled my 10 ones and placed a stick in the top of my chart next to the T for tens. I have 3 remaining ones. In my tens column, I had 1 10 that I regrouped plus 1 10. 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 5 more tens, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So I draw 7 sticks in my chart. In the hundreds column, I have no regroupings. I have 3 hundreds only. So I draw 3 squares in my chart. In the thousands place, I have 2 squares with 2 smaller squares on the inside, 1,000, 2,000, plus 1 more 1,000 equaling 3,000. When I go back, to do my answer, I have 3 ones left remaining in the column, 7 tens, 3 hundreds, and 3,000s. So my answer, or my sum, is 3,373. How did you do?